Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeffrey Epstein Show. I'm your host, Bobbycapucci, and this is a morning update. Today, we're going to hop over the pond and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family, aka the Prince of Punk Asses. Well, it looks like, after a little bit of intervention on the Queen's behalf, that the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family will be able to keep his bodyguards after all. I mean, what's a few $100,000, right? What's, 300,000 pounds? No big deal. Throw it on the taxpayers' tab. It's disgusting. The looting and pillaging of the wealth of the middle class and the poor must end. And nothing personifies that more than a wasteful monarchy such as this. 300,000 pounds would go a long way to do some good in the world. But instead, the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family has to have a few security guards around with him. For what? Where's he going? Nobody wants to see him in public. Nobody wants to invite him to any parties. Just another waste of taxpayer dollars. Such a joke. It's just, if I was English, I'd be freaking out over stuff like this. I can't stand the way these politicians spend our money, especially when you see how many people are struggling. But the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family gets 300,000 pounds worth of security. This article is from the Daily Mail, and the headline is, Prince Andrew is allowed to keep his 300,000 pound a year bodyguards after the Queen intervened at the last minute. Author, Emmer Scully. Now, as a grown-ass man, wouldn't you be embarrassed to have your mom come in and clean up your mess every 5 minutes? Every single time Prince Andrew leaves the room, his mom has to follow him and clean up all of the mess that he's made, like he's a toddler still. This guy is an abject failure at life. A complete clown and an utter embarrassment. But yet Mummy is always there to pick up the pieces. Prince Andrew has been allowed to keep his 300,000 pound a year bodyguards after the Queen intervened, it has emerged today. The three-strong security team was supposed to be axed last Monday until the Queen allegedly asked her aides to reverse the decision. It's all fine and well to tighten the belt, right? It's all fine and well to not spend a bunch of money. We're going to save money. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then at every turn, these politicians, these monarchs, what the hell's the difference at this point anyway, right? Do the exact opposite. Oh, you have to tighten your purse strings. Oh, you have to go without. Meanwhile, well, we'll be over here stuffing our faces. And nothing screams scumbaggery more than the way this prince conducts himself. It comes several months after the Duke of York, 60, was forced to step down from his royal duties amid a scandal over his friendship with pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. No, not over his friendship. Over the fact that he engaged in the actual trafficking ring, okay? That's the real problem. The problem is what he did to Virginia Roberts. All right, in my opinion, everything Virginia Roberts said about this man and everything else is true. She didn't just pipe off. She didn't shoot off from the hip, folks. This is a lady that came to battle prepared. She showed up with receipts. She showed up with corroborating evidence. She showed up with flight log, etc., okay? And the Prince of Punk Asses has showed up with an alibi that consists of, oh, I don't sweat, those aren't my fingers, and I couldn't have done that because I was at the pizza shop. And you mean to tell me that I should give this guy the benefit of the doubt? Zero chance that will ever happen. I've been very clear. If you're innocent, Prince Andrew, come forward and put a stamp on it. But you're not innocent, are you? Just another one of the so-called elite who will hide and duck and dodge in hopes that things will go away because that's what always happens for you people. Well, Not this time. The 3 bodyguards are thought to cost around $100,000 a year each in wages, flights, perks, and hotels, reported The Sun. A royal source told the newspaper, the Queen has made it clear that she was not happy with the proposal. It has been stopped and will be reviewed over the next few weeks. I try not to get too down in the weeds when it comes to the Queen because I really don't know the lady as far as, intimately, right? I really don't follow the royal family. I've been upfront about that. Besides this whole thing with Prince Andrew, I don't know much about the monarchy. But I will tell you this. What kind of grown-ass 60-year-old man wants his mom swooping in to clean up his mess every single time he catches himself in a trap? Wouldn't you be embarrassed? I guess like Sebastian Maniscalco says, right? People. And it's really what it comes down to. These people are absolutely disturbed. All of them. The protection officers were set to be scrapped amid proposed cuts in the taxpayer funding of Princess Anne, Prince Edward, Sophie of Wessex, and their families. So I guess there's some kind of paring down going on over there in England when it comes to the royal family. And it looks like they were trying to save some money, cut the budget down. And the Queen stepped in and said, nope, that's unacceptable. Mummy's boy must be protected at all costs. The Home Office launched a review earlier this year, and estimates have tallied the total cost of royal security paid by the taxpayer at £100 million a year. £100 million a year for royal security, folks. Are you kidding me right now? I'm sure that money could be put to better uses in England, right? I am sure that there are programs that are worthwhile that money can be pumped into. But no, we got to make sure these dusty-ass old relics in the monarchy are protected. It's just beyond me. I don't even understand how that could even be possible in such a place like England, where they're so progressive and so ready to move on in life and move forward. How this monarchy is still a thing it's so foreign to me, literally and figuratively. This comes as the Duke and Duchess of York have put their luxury Swiss chalet on the market for £18.3 million, exactly what they are believed to have paid for it 6 years ago. So these two morons, the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family and his ex-wife, the Carol Baskin of the Windsor family, these two morons purchased this chalet, and then 6 years later, even though the economy's been booming, the housing market's been fast and furious, these two accomplish to put it back on the market for exactly what they paid for it. Again, has there ever been two more incompetent, bumbling fools than these two? Andrew and Fergie, a.k.a. the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family, and as Lisa and Jen like to call her, Carol Baskin. These two are absolutely ridiculous, two of the biggest grifters of all time, and how in the world Fergie is working with children's groups? How is that possible, considering the company that she keeps? Not just Jeffrey Epstein, but on a daily basis with that disgusting, disgraced so-called prince. The Mail on Sunday understands there have yet to be any expressions of interest from potential buyers of the 7-bedroom Verbier Lodge, the subject of legal action between the couple and a French socialite. We talked about that earlier. So the royal family purchased this chalet, and they were supposed to pay off the rest of the payments by 2020, I believe it was, and they defaulted on it. They didn't pay it back. So the owner put them into default and was going to sue them. So now they're putting this house on the market looking like they're just trying to get whatever they can for it, get back their original investment, pay off their creditors, and try and move on. But once again, how are you blood royal? How are you the Queen's son? And how can you not be able to pick up your tab? What sort of embarrassment are you? What sort of bumbling moron are you? We're in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. People are furloughed. People are losing their jobs. And a lot of people still found a way to make ends meet. A lot of people still found a way to pay all of their bills. But yet, this privileged douchebag, Prince Andrew, a.k.a. the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family, somehow can't come up with the scratch to pay off his bills. What an embarrassment. Maybe he wasn't wearing the right kit for bill paying day. The chalet, reportedly boasting a 650 square foot indoor swimming pool, sauna, sun terrace, and bar, is being sold to repay a £6.7 million debt to former owner Isabelle de Rouvet. She is suing the couple after they failed to pay the final installment due by New Year's Day. Last night, a friend of the Yorks said they will in effect make a loss, but they just want to repay the debt as quickly as possible. I love when they say friend. I highly doubt this dude has any friends at this point. Sure, he has some lick spittles, right? Even Ramsay Bolton or Joffrey had those, but he has no friends. Who would want to be friends with this dude? There's no way to advance your life anymore by hanging out with Prince Andrew. He's disgraced. He's not charismatic. He's not somebody that draws people into his atmosphere. Nobody wants to be around this dude. So who are these friends that they keep saying? Friends, friends, friends. Yeah, right. Friends. More like an employee. The Yorks, whose finances have been hit after Prince Andrew stepped down from royal duties after a car crash interview about his relationship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, pedophile, claim Miss de Rouve knew they intended to sell the chalet to repay the money. Last night, a spokesman for the Duke declined to comment. I don't even know who this Miss de Rouvet is, but I guarantee you she's more truthful than the Joe Exotic of the Windsor family. This dude wouldn't know the truth if it dropped from the sky and crushed him. Everything this man has said that has to do with his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein has been an utter lie. No truth to it. No way to corroborate any of it. No witnesses. Nothing. Just more BS. Just more lies and just more hiding. Innocent men or women do not act this way. Not when the charges are so heinous. If this man was innocent, he'd want to face his accuser in a court of law. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want to have to sit across from Virginia Roberts. Are you kidding me right now? Zero chance this man wants to do anything like that because he knows that we know that he is as guilty as the day is long, baby. This man has done nothing to prove his innocence. And the whole entire profile built around him shows him for what he is. An incompetent, spoiled, mama's boy that can't do anything for himself in the real world. That, my friends, is who Prince Andrew is. If you'd like to contact me, you can do that at bobbycapucci@protonmail.com. That's BOBBYCAPUCCI@protonmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter at BOBBY_CAPUCCI. All right, everybody, we will be back later on with some more. Hope everybody enjoys their Sunday afternoon.